What up? It's your boy Nick from MMA Pickles here with Joey Elzea, 3-0 pro. He has a huge matchup coming up February 24th, Dominant Fighting Championship for the vacant Bantamweight title against Justin Hugo. How are you doing, Joey?
I'm doing pretty well.
Thanks for taking time out of your training. And this title fight is a pretty big matchup for you, correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I was originally supposed to fight Tim Lewis on the card, who is also a pretty good fighter, and the original co-main event got injured, I think, at some point, so I got the opportunity to step up 4 weeks out or so and fight for the title, so I'm pretty excited about it.
So Justin has a few losses by submission, and you have quite a bit of victories by submission. Do you think that plays key to this victory for you?
Yeah, I think it's a potential key to victory. I actually fought Justin Hugo about 4 years ago, and I beat him then. So we have a history a little bit, but we're both completely different fighters. He's a pretty good wrestler, and his grappling is not bad. So it could definitely swing in my favor. But really, in the fight game, you never really know. You know, one slip up can mean the end of the fight.
So you said it was 4 years ago. You don't anticipate any similarities to the previous fight?
I think it could potentially be the exact same fight as it was before. The way that I fight, I don't go in with a particular game plan. I just go in and fight. But if I find success doing one particular thing, then I'll usually stick to that throughout the fight and look for a finish if I can. So if I find the same path to victory that I did the first time that we fought, then it could be the exact same fight, just longer. Yeah, who knows?
Are you working on anything special for this fight?
Not really. I don't really game plan for my fights, and I don't really train specifically for people. I just try to do everything, and leading up to the fight, conditioning is always one of my main priorities. Especially now that it's 5 rounds. I went from training for a 3-round fight to training for a 5-round fight, so I've been hitting conditioning pretty hard.
Where are you training at?
I train at Charlie's Combat Club in Everett, Washington, under Charles Pearson.
And who are some of your training partners?
I train with, actually, we have a really good up-and-coming pro team right now. My teammate Tyson Lin is 5-1, and he fights in the same weight classes that I do, 125 and 135. And he's actually fighting in a week and a half, I believe, for Combat Games MMA 135-pound title. Also, Miranda Granger, she's probably going to be in the UFC at some point. She's I think just 1-0 right now, but she's also fighting on the same card as Tyson. She fights at 115. Chris Vassell, he was 9-0 as an amateur, and he's 2-0 as a pro now. He fights at 145, and he could definitely, in my opinion, make it to the UFC if he fights more frequently. Brandon Todd, he's 5-1 or 6-1, and he fights at 155. So we got a pretty good up and coming group of pros, and then we have some amateurs as well that are starting to get some fights in.
So you have a fight this February 24th. In a perfect world, when would you like to get back into the cage? I took a little bit of a break off. I tried to fight again last October and ended up breaking my hand. I want to fight soon after. If I could find something a few weeks later, that would be great, because I'm putting so much time and effort into my conditioning right now, fighting for 5 rounds. I don't want to lose it, I feel like it's a waste if I wait 5 months because all of this hard work, Conditioning is the quickest thing to go, and the most painstaking thing to build up. What are some of the things that you're doing to help that cardio?
I have kind of developed system of just like a group of exercises and workouts that work out really well for me. I like to structure my workouts to be the length of the fight. So if I'm training for a 15-minute fight, I'll do them in 15-minute segments, and I really like. And so now each of my workouts is 25 minutes, even though they might be right after each other. Like I might do 3 25-minute workouts in a row or something like that. And I really like explosive, high intensity interval training, because in this sport, I feel like being able to go at the highest intensity for the longest amount of time and being able to recover from that as quickly as possible is incredibly important, and it's a weapon in itself. Having insane conditioning. If you can keep up a pace that your opponent can't keep up, you will beat him, even if you are not as technically good as him.
With all this cardio, does that help with the weight cut?
Yeah, I think so. It definitely makes it easier. This weight cut has been pretty simple, but I'm fighting at 35 instead of 25, so it's easier.
Where do you feel more comfortable at, 25 or 35?
I mean, it's easier to make 35. I've never had any issues with strength or anything at 35. I have been as strong and as athletic, I think, as most of the guys that I've fought at 35. But 25, I like a little bit better because of just height and reach, basically. I'm only 5'7", so like my training partner Tyson Lin is like 5'11", and he fights at the same weight classes as me. So any time where I can be a little bit taller to me is preferred. But I have no problem really bouncing between either of them.
Who are some of your biggest supporters?
My biggest supporters, my family and my teammates, probably. Yeah.
Do you have any sponsors you'd like to shout out?
Granger Painting actually are the only sponsors that I have, they're amazing. They've done great things for me. They've helped me out and helped my teammates out. They're awesome. Great supporters. But other than that, I don't really do sponsorships for the most part.
Where can the fans connect with you on social media?
Mostly I'm on Instagram, at Joey Elzea on Instagram, at JoeyElzea. I have like a Twitter, I think, too, but I don't really use it. Yeah. Also, I'm on Facebook.
February 24th, Dominant Fighting Championship. Joey Elzea going for the vacant Bantamweight title. Olympia, Washington. It's going down. Thank you, Joey.
Thank you very much.